Thank you for all coming out and caring enough about your life to be here. As has just been said, I've written a book called The Zombie Survival Guide, which you will all find in the humor section of your bookstore. There's a reason for that. We'll go into that later. But let me say right now, I find nothing remotely funny about being killed and eaten by zombies. See? Now, people ask me, why'd you write about zombies? To which my answer is, they scare me. To which some people go farther and say, why? Well, for starters, let's talk about our enemy. Let's talk about the threat. Zombies are uniquely dangerous in that they do not obey the number one rule of conventional monsters. What do I mean by that? Well, the first rule of conventional monsters is you have to go find them. All right? We are the dominant species on the planet. We have conquered the darkness. We have driven it into remote corners of our planet. And therefore, you all have to make a conscious effort to go looking for trouble. And if you do, I have no sympathy for you. Recently, we've all heard about the terrible tragedy of the crocodile hunter. Perfect example. This was not a tragedy. The man was a crocodile hunter. That was his job. He chose that. At some point when he was probably your age, he sat down with his career counselor and he said, you know, I think I'd like to spend the rest of my life poking dangerous animals with a stick. That's what he did. Good for him. Now, had he made another choice, had he chose to be Steve Irwin, the tax attorney, and he'd been just at home, you know, shrimping a Barbie or whatever it is they do down there, and he'd heard the doorbell, and he said, I'll get it, you know, gone to the door, and opened the door, and there was a stingray, and it jumped on him and stabbed him in the heart. That would have been a tragedy. And that's what's going to be happening to you. You're going to be sitting at home, minding your own business, watching Family Guy, going, oh, wow, look, a non sequitur. And then they will come for you. And they just won't come for you in the ones and the twos. They will come for you in the hundreds, in the thousands, in the millions, and if you live in China or India, in the billions. That is why they're so scary. And the first thing that you have to do is disabuse yourself of the myths and fallacies and outright lies that are perpetrated by conventional zombie entertainment. What do I mean by that? What I mean is all the books and movies and comics and video games and apps and underoos that deal with zombies. Because their job is not to educate or keep you alive, like me. Their job is to entertain you. Now, where are the creative writing majors I spoke to earlier? All right. Yes, all three of you. They will tell the rest of you that in order to build an interesting story, to entertain, to keep you engaged, you have to build in drama. Now, what does that mean? To build in drama, to keep the story going, to keep the audience involved, means that the characters have to make bad choices.